What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to another brand new show. This is Girlfriend, or Kanojo mo Kanojo, to give it its Japanese title. This is episode 1 titled, Even If That Isn't the Right Way. Okay, so, third new show of the day. I'm watching this one a little later than some of the other ones, just because I didn't have time to get 5 videos done, since we did the Double Sin for Gear finale. So this one's recorded a little later, but it should still come out on time, hopefully. If it's an hour later than when I said it would be, sorry. But yeah, next new show, okay. This show, since we did the summer preview and I kind of have a basic idea of the show already, I don't think anything's changed or updated since then, except maybe we'll have a bit of a rating for it since it has been a little while since the show came out. It comes out at a very late time, which is super inconvenient for me on my recording schedule now. So this might happen more frequently of me recording this one later than all the other ones, but we'll see. I'm not expecting a great deal from this. Not in the fact of I think it's going to be a bad show, but I feel like it's a show where you need to turn your brain off and just watch the insanity. And there's a couple of reasons for that, and we'll get into them here in a second. But if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm a British guy who likes to seasonal anime. This is my 7th season of doing this. We started back in winter 2020. We've watched some shows, let's put it that way. And there's a huge backlog of shows available on the channel if you so wish to browse some of them and see what I've watched. But when we start a new show like this on the channel, we like to load up the analyst page and take a look at tags, synopsises, VA, cast, studio behind it, etc. to get a basic feel of the show and kind of make a judgment as to whether we're going to continue it, because today is a semi-busy day. There is a total of 5 shows here. This is number 3 of it. We're going to continue Villainess, obviously. It's a sequel and I really like the show. Vanitas has been super entertaining so far and I will be continuing that. What happens to this one, I guess we'll see. But we also have A Million Live Season 2 and Dungeon of Black Company starting next week. So, 5 show day. I would like to get down to 4 at the very least, if not 3. So, it's kind of dependent on how this show does. But we'll load up the analyst page. If you don't want to see any of this bit and just go straight to the start of the episode, there is a timestamp in the description as well as on the timeline bar for YouTube PC. So, anyway, Girlfriend. Naoya Mukai has loved Saki since grade school, and yes, her name is Saki. And when she finally accepts his feelings, he's at his happiest. Naturally, yes. I mean, you have a crush on someone for that long and they finally say yes, it's like, that's a momentous occasion. But one day, a cute girl named Nagisa Minase confesses to him. Not wishing to choose only one over another, Naoya chooses to go out with both of them. Will be of this love triangle that challenges morality itself. So dude's just like, you know what, no, we're going harem route. Which, okay, I mean, that's the typical male fantasy, and the female fantasy, I suppose, although maybe to a lesser degree. Yeah, this is not a show to take seriously, I don't think. I'm not expecting this show to really challenge the seriousness that comes about with multiple datings like this. I don't think it's going to be that type of drama-based show. I think it's just going to have some dumb comedy with the fact that he has multiple girlfriends. And judging by the fact we have 4 main girls, probably means he's going to end up with all 4 of them in some capacity somewhere down the line. And we have a decent voice cast here. Like, we really do. Like, Junior Inoki he was Nasa from Tonikawa. And I thought he did a good performance there. He's now a harem protagonist, so I'm sure he's going to get a lot more dense than he was in that show. But we've got Aine Sakura, Saki, who is Lou from Shadow's House recently. Has to be wacky. I feel like it's a name I should remember. Ayana I do not remember, but I'm sure I've heard. And then Ri Takahashi I recognize as well. So we've got a fairly good voice cast here for a show like this. This is by Tezuka Productions, who, what did they do recently? Demon Lord Season 2. He also did Adachi Shimamura, which was a very nice one. They've also done Quintessential Quintuplets, so it's kind of in theme for them. And Dagashi Kashi, I can't say that show name every time. So they've done some good works, some good looking works. This is just listed as a rom-com slice of life. There is no ecchi tag to it, which honestly kind of helps, I think. Although I'm sure there's going to be its ecchi moments and its fan servicey moments, although probably not the main focus of it, if I'm going to guess, really. And I think that might work in the show's favour, if it kind of makes that distinction. Also, you see Aho Girl recommended here. It's because Hiroyuki here also created Aho Girl. And that's why I'm kind of expecting it to be kind of like the dumb comedy style. If it's very much like Aho Girl in that respect, I kind of have an idea of what type of like comedy we're getting into. But we got Tsundere's love triangles. Parody is very much a parody type show, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah, it does not seem like the type of show that I'd have to pay super close attention to detail on certain things and themes and things like that. It's not like a very story-driven narrative type deal. It's just a dumb harem show. I don't mean that as an insult. I'm not calling your show dumb. I'm calling it like it's one of those shows that you enjoy and you don't think too much more of it, if that makes sense. But we'll see what it ends up actually being like and how likable the girls are as well, because in these types of shows, you always find your favourites. From the initial impression of the characters so far, I think white silver-haired girl here might be my favourite. Possibly. I mean, it kind of depends, but I think she might be my favourite so far. I guess we'll see as time goes on and we introduce the characters. But yeah, there's not really much more to say other than just get into the episodes, honestly. It's not a super complex show. So, as per usual, these are timer-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, therefore the anime itself and me on the same screen at the same time, you can go to my Patreon down the description below. £4 a month gives you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, which we just are finishing Sympho Gear G on today, as well as Log Horizon Season 2, which those shows will all fit into somewhere in the weekly schedule. It's just a case of finding out exactly where they fit, for the most part. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Crunchyroll as usual, since they're the ones who licensed it. No logos or anything to start with, we're just going to go straight into the episode. We've got a very heavily stylized first screen here for some reason. It's probably like setting up the premise of the show or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited. So without further ado, let's get into the first episode of Girlfriend, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Setting up the premise. Okay, so Silver Hair Girl is yes. Yes. Dumbass. Phrasing. Yes. Yes. Wow. That's persistence. Yeah, I can tell the Aho Go influence in this pretty. Yeah. Hmm. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, straight up starting with it. Cool. OB time. They're really embracing the whole love triangle thing, aren't they? Doesn't it become like a love pentagon at that point, though? Alright. Decent OP. Even if that isn't the right way. Mm-hmm. Cute, definitely. Yep. Hmm. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why have you wanted to confess to him for like 3 months? Bribe with food. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why are you so obsessed with this guy? God, I'm hungry now. Haven't had lunch yet. Jesus Christ. Jesus. That's a lot. These Kaguya's lunches look kind of cheap. What's he gonna say? Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Hmm. I mean, he didn't say no after the first time, did he? Uh, what's this music? Oh boy, here we go. Going for the home route. Such a stupid idea, but I love it. I mean, as dumb as this whole situation is, it's probably the best way to do it. Probably. Like, if you were to legit try and get a harem situation, like, would this be the best way to do it? I think just bringing the girl that you want to do it with immediately would be a bad idea. Probably discussing it as part of your relationship might be better. I mean, people have like open relationships and stuff, but it's never like committed to another person whilst you're committed to this person, is it? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to open relationships. Not that attached, apparently. Okay, puppy noises. uh, that's a good start. That's fair. Karaoke? Yep. Karaoke, classic. Okay, she can't sing. Okay. It's okay. I am just as terrible. Hm. Nope. Not the Good cooking, though. Yep. But can't I have both? Basically, is his thinking. Yeah, that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No sane person would ever accept that reasoning. Uh oh. I mean, at least he's not a scumbag in that sense, but. Because that's gonna work. Deserved. Jesus Christ. That is absolutely a wrong answer. Right. It's the only way she can get there, so okay. Sure. That's a very good question. Like, I need to dig into your backstory so much. Jesus Christ. Yes. I mean, that should be conversation over at this point, but shut the fuck up, probably. Such a dumb situation. What? What? What is this guy? Honestly, yes. Sure. Sure, dude. Hmm. Now it's a challenge. I mean, yeah. Yes. 20, 15 minutes. This episode feels like it's going on quite a while. Right. What a mess up situation. Apparently. That's not a brag. Uh, God, I'm hungry. Suddenly she's okay with the situation. Uh, oh, it's her, okay. I mean, get to know each other, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So dumb. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me either. Of course. Think carefully before you answer, mate. Honest, at least. Want to do it together? Yep. 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 That makes sense. Yeah? Yeah. There's such a thing as being too open. What is that? Fucking cow sound effect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. That's also a wrong answer. I mean, girls enjoy it too, dude. Remember I said I didn't think the show would be that etchy? uh, looks like Silver Girl isn't going to be part of the main harem at this rate. Or if she is, she's like later on. That's a shame because I thought she might be my favourite. That's very typical though. My favourite is always the one that's not like super shown. Maybe she is. She's probably one of the later ones, though. Next time, how Nagisa feels. Okay. Smack him. Yep. What a dumb premise. What a dumb premise. Okay. I mean, that probably went about as expected, right? Of anything, it probably went a little more ecchi than I expected. Just a little bit more. This definitely fits into the trash anime category, though, doesn't it? Like, this is one of just those trashy shows that you just kind of watch for the sake of watching. Like Rent a Girlfriend, like, I guess Osamake last... Was it called Osamake last season? I can't remember its name. I mean, it's dumb, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because, like, here's the thing. I need to make way on this day for a show. Definitely. Million Lives Season 2 honestly seems like it could be one of them. But just like Osamake was last season, it was a dumb show and it was enjoyable, but it's like, am I really going to enjoy this for 12 weeks in a row? I don't know. And it's like, okay, the good thing about this show, and I will say this about it, as exaggerated and dumb as it is, it's probably the closest I've seen to an actual poly relationship trying to work. Like, I can't think of a show which has had to have an almost genuine interpretation of a poly relationship. It's almost always like the main character never actually ends up with any of them in like typical harem romance shows. Or if there is a harem type style, if it's like Amagami SS, for example, I think was one of those shows. It's a case of, well, okay, in this timeline he's with this person, in this timeline he's with this person. And like visual novels, like where you can choose which route you go, it's interpreted that way. So you can see him, the main character, with all the girls, but never simultaneously. Whereas in this one, they're actually trying to make the simultaneousness work in a way. And it's probably the closest attempt I've seen to making a genuine attempt at it. Can't think of any other shows that actually have, now that I think about it. I would say Quintuplets, but I never watched season 2. So I don't know how Quintuplets handled it. But it was very typical harem rom-com. In the fact of is like, oh, he's not actually with any single one of them. But I guess we'll see what ends up happening in the future. Yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens, really. Am I going to continue it? See, that's the question. I don't know. We'll give it next week, see what it does next week, if it introduces another girl, or if it just... I mean, hang on, what was the episode title again? It was called, How Nagisa Feels. Okay, so maybe it's not introducing a new character, it's thinking how she feels. Maybe it's backstory as to what the hell just happened with her. Like... Seriously, why is she so obsessed with him that she went through so much to get to him? Because, like, we had no hint whatsoever as to why she was after him so badly. I'm assuming there's a backstory to it. It's probably incredibly shallow, but there's going to be some form of backstory to it. I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that. We'll give it that, just to see what her backstory is and to why she is so desperately after him, but other than that, I just guess we'll see more than anything. I won't call this a bad show, not in the slightest. It just might not be a show that I care to watch right now, if that makes sense. So, anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the first episode. If you're an anime only like myself, let me know what your first impressions are, or if you're a source material reader, let me know how it's doing as an adaptation so far. If it's kind of translating it and putting it in the same light that you expected it to, or if it's making some changes already, things like that. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode. We'll give it a chance next week, as well as the rest of the summer 2021 lineup that is currently going on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.